1MDB has sparked embezzlement and money laundering investigations across
one of the
at least
biggest
10
corruption
countries.
scandals the world has ever seen.
What may be the biggest financial scam in history.
A number of corrupt 1MDB officials treated this public trust as a personal bank account.
Follow us as we bring you into the courtroom where the biggest financial scandal in Malaysian history is being heard. By the Malaysian Insight, this is the Najib Razak 1MDB trial. It's Monday, 13th December 2021, and you're listening to the latest update from today's 1MDB Tanor trial. I'm Patrick Teo. Najib was barred from the Kuala Lumpur High Court as a person under surveillance, even though he has tested negative for COVID-19 today. The former Prime Minister's COVID-19 status showed yellow on his MySejahtera app, a status that disallowed his entry into the court complex. Judge Collin Lawrence Sequerah then adjourned the trial and said he would decide whether the trial would resume tomorrow with the virtual appearance of the accused. Najib, 68, is currently on trial for 4 counts of abuse of power and 21 counts of money laundering involving 2.28 billion ringgit in public funds. Upon arriving at the High Court's main entrance this morning, lawyer Hariharan Tara Singh said Najib was flagged on MySejahtera as a person under surveillance. His lead defence counsel, Muhammad Shafi Abdullah, was also flagged as a casual contact. They were stopped by a court security guard who apparently went inside the court, and after coming out again, she instructed both to refresh their MySejahtera status. Miraculously, when both refreshed, it turned blue. With that, they were allowed to enter, Hariharan explained to the court. The lawyer continued to say that Najib and Shafi did another COVID-19 status update on the MySejahtera and their status returned to yellow. The trial was then put on hold after Judge Collin decided to stand down, ordering Najib and Shafi to do their RTK antigen tests and inform the Health Ministry of their results. He said that if Najib and Shafi's test results come back negative, their status may be changed to no symptoms and the trial can then resume. We can carry on instead of wasting time here, the judge said. Before the proceedings started, Najib was seen at the public gallery in the courtroom for a short while before he was seen leaving again. When court resumed after a short pause, Hariharan informed that Najib's RTK test showed COVID-19 negative. Yesterday, Najib had also done a PCR test which revealed negative too. The result is the same. I checked the Health Ministry's guidelines. If you are a casual contact or close contact, it appears that the quarantine is for 10 days. They are expected to obey the quarantine rules. It's a social responsibility, Hariharan said. Judge Collin then adjourned the court till tomorrow 9:30 a.m., stating that he would decide tomorrow whether to move the 1MDB hearing online. The defence and prosecution had argued before Judge Collin on how to proceed with the trial. Deputy Public Prosecutor Ahmad Akram Garib had asked the court to consider conducting the trial remotely. Akram cited how the Court of Appeal had done so last week for Najib's appeal in the SRC International case. Meanwhile, Hariharan objected to Akram's suggestion. Hariharan said whether a hearing can be run online depends on the type of proceedings and its urgency. The 12th and 13th prosecution witnesses, former Chief Financial Officer Azmi Tahir and former 1MDB Director Ismi Ismail, were scheduled to be cross-examined by the defence today. The lawyer argued that it was important for cross-examinations involving witnesses to be done physically. Furthermore, he added, Azmi was a critical witness. The SRC situation does not have witnesses. There is no issue of looking at the demeanour of the witness or the reaction of the accused, and we may need to clarify with the witness and the accused. Assuming we have a remote communication technology, even if we were muted, my understanding is that the speaker function will still be on. If we were to check something with the accused and whatever he says, it will be heard by everyone. There is no more privileged communication as such. It's just illogical, Hariharan said. The lawyer proposed for the trial to resume physically on Thursday after Najib ends his 10-day quarantine, which started last Tuesday. Thank you for listening. This podcast was brought to you by the Malaysian Insight. It was written by Hayley Chong Wee Kee, and I'm Patrick Teo.